Hello children, hope you all are keeping well. Today I am going to teach you lesson 6, Plants in the Surroundings and Environment, from the book of Interactive Science. Lesson 6, Plants in the Surroundings and Environment. Children, do you know that plants are very important for the existence of life? All living organisms depend on plants for their food and shelter. Plants are of different kinds and different shapes. Some plants are big, some are small. Very big plants are called trees, small plants are called shrub, and very small plants are called herbs. Like us, plants also have their parts for various functions. Leaves, branches, stem, roots, flowers, bud and fruits are different parts of a plant. A plant has two main parts, root and the shoot. Roots grow below the ground and the shoot grows above the ground. This is a picture of parts of a plant. You can see two main parts, root and shoot, in the picture. The stem, which is above the ground, bears flowers, fruits, leaves, etc. Roots absorb water and minerals from the soil. Then stem supports the plant. Fruit protects the seeds. Leaf prepare the food for the plant, and flowers help in reproduction. Parts of a plant. The plant has different parts. The first one is roots. As I have told you that the roots of a plant grow under the ground. They are brown in color. There are two types of roots, taproot and the fibrous root. Here you can see the picture of a taproot and the fibrous root. The first one is taproot. Taproot is a single thick main root from which some small roots come out is called the secondary roots. Plants such as sunbeans, mustard and mangoes have tap roots. Now the second picture is of fibrous root. Many thin and bushy roots grow at the end of the stem. They are called fibrous roots, such as grass, wheat, rice, barley. They have fibrous roots. Now functions of a roots. Root fix the plants. Roots pass the water to the stem. Roots store food. Roots hold the soil. Let us discuss about the first point. Roots fix the plant firmly. Roots of a plant spread underground and hold the upper part of the plant firmly. The second is root pass the water to the stem. They absorb water and mineral from the soil and send it up to the plant. Roots store the food. Many plants store food in their roots, such as sweet potatoes, turnip, radish and carrot are the examples of such roots. Roots hold the soil. Roots hold the soil and prevent it from being washed away by water or wind. Now The other part of a plant is stem. The stem grows above the ground. It is the main part of the shoot. It bears branches, leaves, buds, flowers, and fruit. Trees have one thick stem with many branches. A shrub has many stems. And herbs have short root and soft and green stem. The stem of climbers and creepers are very thin and weak. Here you can see the different plants. The first one is a picture of a tree. Tree has one thick stem with many branches. The second picture is of shrub. Picture of a shrub. Shrub has many stems. And the last one is the picture of a herb. Herb is a very short plant. It has very soft and green stem. Now functions of a stem. First point is stem hold the plant upright or straight. Second is it carries water and minerals from the root and send it to the other parts of the plant. And it also carries food made by the leaves and give it to the other parts of the plant or pass it to the other parts of the plant. The third one is stem bears branches to maintain balance of the tree and to allow leaf to capture maximum sunlight. Some stems store food such as potato and ginger. Number 5. Some stems help plant to reproduce. New plants grow from stems such as rose, hibiscus and sugarcane grow this way. Children, here you can see that there are two pots in the picture. With the help of this picture, you will be able to understand that how the stems help plants to reproduce. In the first pot, there is a parent plant, and as I have already told you that some stems help plant to reproduce. So what we can do is that we can cut the stem of a parent plant and place it in another pot to grow a new plant. Parts of a leaf. Here it's a diagram of a leaf and you can see the different parts of a leaf. First one is blade. The leaves are usually green and has flat structure. Different plants have leaves of different shapes and sizes. In the picture, you can see the blade. We can call it the leaf blade. The leaf blade is the flat part of the leaf. It helps to trap a lot of sunlight. Then you can see the veins and the midrib or midvein. The main veins and the side veins have tiny tubes inside them. They carry water and nutrients to the leaf and also carry food from the leaves to different parts of the plants. Then you can see the petiole. Leaf is attached with the stem and with the help of the petiole to the stem. Now the next part of the plant is leaves. The leaves are usually green and has flat structure. Different plants have leaves of different shapes. The leaf blade is the flat part of the leaf. It helps to trap a sunlight. The main veins and the side veins have tiny tubes inside them. They carry water and nutrients to the leaf and also carry food from the leaves to different parts of the plants. Now, what is stomata? You can see the picture here of a leaf and in the circle the picture of a stomata. Leaves also have tiny pores called stomata. It is on their lower surface. They help the plants for intake and release of air. Now, functions of a leaf. Leaves prepare food for the plants. Plants make their food with the help of water, sunlight, and carbon dioxide. This process is called photosynthesis. This is the picture of the process of photosynthesis. Leaves prepare food for the plants by the process of photosynthesis. Plants need sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water to prepare their food. When they prepare their food, they intake carbon dioxide and release oxygen. The food made by the plants is simple sugar in the form of glucose. The green color in the leaves is called chlorophyll. The chlorophyll take energy from the sunlight and help the plants in preparing the food. The another point is sap. Sap is a plant food turned into a liquid. The tiny tubes inside the plants carry sap from the leaf to every part of the plant. The next point is transpiration. You can see the picture here. Picture of a transpiration. It is the process by which excess water is released from the leaves through the stomata in form of water vapor. Evaporation keeps the plant cool and alive in scorching heat also. This process of releasing water from the leaves by a plant is called transpiration. Plants are useful to us. Children, I have told you that the plants are very important for the existence of life. Many birds and animals and other living creatures depend on plants for their food and shelter. So plants are very useful to us. Plants gives us wood, fibers, rubber, papers, gum and glue. They also provide stuff for huts, mat and other materials. Plants also make our surroundings beautiful. Many people like to grow the plants in their garden just to make their surroundings beautiful and attractive. Plants also provide clean air for us. Plants also provide homes for many birds, animals and insects. So children, as we have come to know the importance of the plant, so we should grow more and more plants to save the environment. Children, I have given some exercises, some worksheet and question and answer. Please do all the work in your science copy and Draw the diagram of the parts of a plant. And also read the chapter 2 or 3 times. Thanks for watching. May God bless you.